there you can also see a young Matty Ice. My talk today is about change. So when I think of change, it's something that has fundamentally changed the way that I think about the things I do every day in my life. And ironically enough, I was inspired by a TED Talk to do this talk. So a little talk within a talk. But I was really inspired by this TED Talk, and it taught me about three things. Understanding change, understanding how it affects me and other people emotionally, and then how do I embrace change. So it all started in spring of 2017 with a TED Talk, by a guy by the name of Dan Gilbert. Not the one that sends angry letters to LeBron and Comic Sans, but this guy, Dan Gilbert. And he talks about what he found in his research, and it's called the end of history illusion. It's pretty amazing. Us as people, we understand change incredibly well, especially when it's in the past. We can look back, I can look at that picture of myself that's almost 10 years ago to this day, and I can say, that's who I was then, and this is who I am now, and I'm totally different. I'm not who I was then. But looking into the future, humans struggle immensely. I can't look 10 years into the future and correctly predict how different I'm going to be. I can try, and I can try knowing my perception has changed to do that correctly. But he says in his research that over time, 10 years in the past, 10 years in the future, people actually change the same amount. If I'm 50% different now from who I was 10 years ago, 10 years from now, I'm going to be 50% different again. And so I was really curious with the cohort, we're all master's students, if we struggle with the same problem. We took a class in leadership and self-awareness. So I wanted to know, is that something we struggle with and is something that we can get better on? And so as a marketer, the first thing I did is I built a survey. And so I built this survey, and Delaney, I'm sorry, I know that first question is really intimidating, but I asked everyone, do you like change? And 22.8% of us do not. Nearly 1 in 4 people in this room don't like change. Maybe it's because they fear it, maybe they've had a bad experience in the past. Whatever it may be, we have this immense aversion to change. And hopefully by the end of this, maybe we can get to 22.7, maybe a little bit lower. But, so then what I asked is I wanted to investigate a little bit more, think about what Gilbert said, and think, well, what if we test the 18 months of this program and how different we are now from when we were in September, and then 18 months in the future in September of 2020. How different we, as individuals, think we will be. And so I asked everyone, 18 months from now, in September of 2020, how different are we going to be from who we are today? And we said, we're going to be 40.34% different. So me today, I'm going to be this much different in September of 2020. Who knows what the future holds? But that's how different I'm going to be. And then I asked everyone, well, we can try to predict how different we are in the future. But how different were we back then, 18 months ago? And crunch the numbers, and the average says we're 46.51% different in the past to who we are now. So what's this difference between these numbers? What is this 6.17%? Why can't we as individuals look into the past and see how much we've changed, and then push forward into the future and realize that we're going to change the same amount, if not more, moving forward? I think that stems back to our aversion for fear. And when doing my research, I came across this amazing quote, and I think it really unlocks the key from you start with understanding change into moving how change affects you emotionally. And so the key is this. I am a different person than I was